Amazon Web Services, or AWS, is one of the most popular web hosting and cloud computing platforms out there. But before you decide if it's the right fit for you, there are a few things you should know about AWS, especially when compared to other services like Google Cloud or Microsoft Azure. Let's dive into 12 key points to consider before buying. First off, AWS offers an incredible range of services. It's not just web hosting. You get tools for computing, storage, machine learning, analytics, and even game development. This makes it a great choice if you're looking for an all-in-one solution. But be aware that this can also be overwhelming if you're just looking for simple web hosting. You might find other services like Bluehost or HostGator to be easier to navigate for basic hosting needs. Next thing, AWS pricing. It's pay as you go, which sounds great in theory, but it can lead to unexpected costs if you're not careful. For beginners, services like SiteGround or DigitalOcean may offer more predictable pricing for smaller projects or personal websites. AWS's pricing model works well for large-scale businesses, but might be overkill for a simple blog or small business site. The third thing to consider is scalability. AWS truly excels here. As your site grows, AWS can scale with you, handling a sudden spike in traffic without any hiccups. If you're anticipating growth or need enterprise-level solutions, AWS stands out from the competition in this area. However, if you just need to host a small website with moderate traffic, other services like Hostinger or A2 hosting might be sufficient and more affordable. The fourth thing, AWS has an extensive global network of data centers. This means you can host your website in multiple regions around the world, ensuring faster load times for a global audience. While this is an advantage, not every business needs this level of infrastructure. Many other hosting providers, such as Bluehost or GoDaddy, might offer enough server locations for standard needs. The fifth thing to think about is the learning curve. AWS is feature-packed, but it's not the easiest platform for beginners. If you don't have a technical background, you might struggle with the setup. Compared to something like Wix or Squarespace, which are user-friendly and more intuitive, AWS might require more effort to get up and running. The sixth thing is security. AWS is highly secure, offering encryption, firewalls, and even compliance with major regulations. For businesses handling sensitive data, this is a huge plus. However, if you just need a simple website with basic security, other services like SiteGround or InMotion hosting could meet your needs without the complexity. Seventh, AWS offers a free tier with limited resources, which can be great for testing or small projects. But once you outgrow this free tier, costs can ramp up quickly. If you're looking for an easy entry point without worrying about running out of resources, other providers like Bluehost offer cheaper entry-level plans that won't be as complicated. The eighth thing is flexibility. AWS gives you the ability to customize everything from your servers to your storage, giving you total control. If you have the technical know-how, this is a big advantage. But if you're a small business owner who just wants something that works without too much tweaking, you might find the simplicity of services like HostGator or DreamHost more appealing. The ninth thing is the customer support. AWS has great documentation and a large support community, but if you need live help, the support can be expensive. Compare this to the more accessible 24/7 support offered by services like SiteGround or A2 hosting, which might be a better fit if you need regular assistance. Next, AWS is a great choice for businesses requiring heavy computing power like machine learning and big data processing. If your website or app needs high-performance computing, or if you plan to launch enterprise-level applications, AWS is the go-to platform. However, for basic websites or e-commerce sites, you might get more value from other providers like Shopify or BigCommerce that specialize in these needs. The 11th thing is AWS's extensive API integrations. If you want to integrate third-party tools or automate processes, AWS gives you more flexibility and options than most competitors. But if you're looking for a more straightforward solution, there are other hosting providers with easier integrations and plugins for things like WordPress or WooCommerce. Finally, the 12th thing to know